Welcome to Uda Repo. Today, we delve into a tale of passion, pride, and ultimate revenge, a story that gave birth to one of the most legendary rivalries in automotive history. It's a feud that didn't start on a racetrack, but in an office, sparked by a single, dismissive insult. This is the real story of Ferrari versus Lamborghini. Our story begins not with roaring engines on a sun-drenched Italian circuit, but in the fertile fields of post-war Italy. The protagonist isn't a racing driver, but a brilliant and ambitious mechanic named Ferruccio Lamborghini. Born to grape farmers, Ferruccio was always more interested in machinery than agriculture. He possessed a natural talent for mechanics, a gift he honed while serving as a vehicle maintenance supervisor for the Italian Royal Air Force during World War II. After the war, Italy was a nation in desperate need of rebuilding, and its agricultural sector was paramount. Ferruccio saw an opportunity. Using his skills and surplus military hardware, he began building tractors. These weren't just any tractors, they were powerful, efficient, and reliable. Lamborghini Trattori quickly became a massive success, making Ferruccio a very wealthy and respected industrialist. He was a self-made man, a captain of industry, and he enjoyed the fruits of his labor. Like many wealthy Italians of the era, Ferruccio had a passion for fast, beautiful cars. He owned a collection that included models from Alfa Romeo, Maserati, and of course, Ferrari. At the time, Ferrari was the undisputed king of performance cars. Enzo Ferrari, a former race car driver himself, had built an empire on the back of his racing success. His road cars were essentially detuned race cars, known for their breathtaking performance and, unfortunately, their temperamental nature. Ferruccio Lamborghini owned several Ferraris, but he found them wanting. While he admired their powerful engines and thrilling speed, he was consistently frustrated by their lack of refinement. They were noisy, uncomfortable, and the interiors felt Spartan and poorly finished for their exorbitant price tags. More importantly, he found the clutches to be a constant source of trouble. They were weak, prone to failure, and required frequent, expensive repairs. Ferruccio, being the master mechanic that he was, discovered a recurring issue. He realized the clutches in his expensive Ferraris were inferior and would often burn out. Upon inspecting the problem, he found that Ferrari was using a clutch that was essentially the same as the ones he was installing in his own tractors, only with a much higher price tag when it came time for a replacement from the Ferrari factory. This was unacceptable to a man who had built his own fortune on quality engineering and customer satisfaction. Ferruccio knew he could do better. He decided to address the issue himself. In his tractor factory, Ferruccio modified one of his Ferraris. He fitted it with a stronger, more reliable Borg and Beck clutch, the same type he used in his tractors, making some adjustments to solve the problem permanently. The fix worked perfectly. Proud of his improvement, Ferruccio decided he should share his findings directly with Enzo Ferrari. He believed he was offering constructive criticism, a helpful suggestion from one successful Italian industrialist to another. He arranged a meeting and traveled to Maranello, the hallowed home of Ferrari. Ferruccio, the practical, hands-on tractor magnate, was about to come face-to-face with Il Commendatore, the commander, Enzo Ferrari, a man known for his towering ego and imperious demeanor. The meeting did not go as planned. Enzo Ferrari was not a man who took criticism well, especially from someone he considered an outsider. When Ferruccio explained his frustrations with the clutch and offered his solution, Enzo was dismissive and utterly contemptuous. Accounts of the exact words vary, but the sentiment was clear. Enzo Ferrari, with all his racing pedigree and aristocratic air, looked down at the wealthy tractor manufacturer. He allegedly told Ferruccio, "The problem is not with the car, but with the driver." He then added the insult that would change automotive history forever: "You stick to building tractors, and let me build the sports cars." For a proud, self-made man like Ferruccio Lamborghini, this was more than an insult, it was a declaration of war. He was furious. In that moment of dismissal and arrogance, a powerful resolve was forged. Ferruccio walked out of that meeting not just insulted, but inspired. He decided that if Enzo Ferrari wouldn't build the perfect car, he would do it himself. He would create a grand tour that possessed all the power and excitement of a Ferrari, but with the comfort, luxury, and reliability that he, as a customer, craved. He famously declared, "I will build a car that is better than Ferrari's, and I will show him how it's done." The spite was real, and it was the fuel for an incredible ambition. Ferruccio didn't waste any time. He had the wealth, the industrial infrastructure, and now, the burning motivation. He established a new, state-of-the-art automobile factory in Sant'Agata Bolognese, strategically just a few miles down the road from Ferrari's headquarters in Maranello. He began poaching talent directly from his new rival. He assembled a dream team of young, brilliant engineers, including Giotto Bizzarini, who had famously designed the iconic Ferrari 250 GTO. Bizzarini was tasked with creating a new V12 engine, and Ferruccio gave him a specific, audacious instruction. He wanted a V12, but it had to be smoother, more refined, and more powerful than anything Ferrari was producing. To incentivize his engineer, Ferruccio offered Bizzarini a bonus for every horsepower his new engine could produce over Ferrari's V12. The result was a masterpiece, a 3.5-liter, quad-cam V12 that was a marvel of engineering for its time. It was a true high-performance engine, ready to be the heart of a new breed of car. In an incredibly short amount of time, the world saw the first result of Ferruccio's vengeful quest. At the 1963 Turin Auto Show, just months after the fateful insult, Automobili Lamborghini unveiled its very first car, the 350 GTV prototype. The car was stunning, with sharp, futuristic styling by Franco Scaglione. It was a dramatic departure from the softer, more traditional lines of the Ferraris of the day. It was aggressive, bold, and promised a new kind of performance. The production version, the 350 GT, followed shortly after. It was everything Ferruccio had promised. It featured the glorious Bizzarini-designed V12 engine, a sophisticated fully independent suspension, and an interior that was leagues ahead of Ferrari in terms of luxury and comfort. It was a true grand tour, capable of crossing continents at high speed while cosseting its occupants in leather-clad refinement. It was an immediate success with critics and buyers who were looking for an alternative to the prancing horse. Ferruccio had proven his point. But he was just getting started. If the 350 GT was a shot across Ferrari's bow, the next car was a direct hit that would redefine the automotive landscape forever. In 1966, Lamborghini unveiled the Miura. The world had never seen anything like it. With its groundbreaking mid-engine layout, placing the powerful V12 transversely behind the driver, and its breathtakingly beautiful bodywork by Marcello Gandini at Bertone, the Miura was not just a new car, it was a new concept. It was the birth of the supercar as we know it today. It was lower, wider, and more exotic than anything that had come before. The Miura became an instant icon, the ultimate symbol of wealth, speed, and rebellion, owned by celebrities and royalty around the world. While Enzo Ferrari had famously dismissed the idea of a mid-engine road car, believing them to be unsuitable for his customers, the Miura's massive success forced his hand. Ferrari had to respond, eventually leading to the development of their own mid-engine cars like the Dino and later the Berlinetta Boxer. The tractor mechanic had not only challenged the king but had also dictated the future direction of the entire high-performance car industry. The rivalry was cemented, a battle of philosophies played out in steel, aluminum, and V12 symphonies. Ferrari continued to focus on its racing heritage, its cars infused with the spirit of the track. Lamborghini, under Ferruccio's guidance, chose a different path. He had no interest in racing, his sole focus was on creating the most outrageous, powerful, and desirable road cars on the planet. This fundamental difference in philosophy is what has defined the rivalry for decades. Ferrari represents tradition, racing pedigree, and a certain Italian aristocracy. Lamborghini embodies rebellion, audacious design, and the spirit of the rule breaker. And it all started because one man, a brilliant industrialist, was told to stick to his tractors. He didn't just get mad, he got even, and in doing so, gave the world some of the most extraordinary machines ever created. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please like this video and be sure to subscribe to Ude Repo for more deep dives into the most fascinating stories from the world of innovation and history.